Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly Forex analysis. Let's get going and start off with the DXY. So as you can see, we expected last week DXY here to finish this consolidation and move back up to take out the equal highs located here. But as you can see, the price came close to our target and then started to push back down. This was a sharp drop here and then the price continued to push back down slow and steady. So our analysis was invalid. So now in the coming week, I'm expecting here DXY to give us an indication on what's going to happen next, because there are two scenarios in play, one bullish and one bearish. There's still a possibility that the price could recover and give us a move towards the upside and then take out this top, but at the moment the way things are looking here, because of this move down, this sharp drop, things are very unlikely to develop this way. So the second option, which I think is the most probable one, is that the price will give us a consolidation here and then will make another drop. And if this continues, it has the potential to break this low here and create a lower low. But for that, we have to take it step by step. So keep an eye on the price action. And if you see the price giving you a consolidation, then most likely the price will continue to drop. Euro USD, last week we were expecting the price to reach this fair value gap level and then give us a bearish reaction towards the downside to break out this low and create a new lower low. Instead, as you can see, the price here broke through this fair value gap area. There was a lot of bullish volume inside these candles here. So as you can see, the price went up fast. And the way things are looking here, I'm expecting a consolidation, maybe a deeper one towards this fair value gap level. And if that happens, if we hit this fair value gap level and get a bullish reaction, then this is a buy for us, because the structure has changed for now. We don't see the scenario in which the price will break this low again, creating a new lower low too soon. We have to wait here for this level, this fair value gap area, to see if we get a reaction towards the upside. And if that happens, then most likely the price will push back up towards the second area here, the second fair value gap. And also we have this order block here. So basically this is a POI zone. So I'm expecting the price to reach this area in the coming week. And like I was saying, keep an eye on this fair value gap level located here. I'm going to draw it for you guys as we speak. So if the price corrects towards this level and then gives you a bullish reaction, then most likely the price will hit this level. There's also a chance that we might see a small consolidation because the momentum is pretty strong here, and then one more push towards the upside. But we won't be interested in this trade. We'd like to see, if we want to take a trade here, I'd like to see the price reaching this zone, giving us a reaction, and then reach these two targets that we have highlighted here. For Pound USD, we were expecting last week as well a drop, as you can see by the arrow on the screen. But midweek, we did an analysis in which we expected the price to reach this level here, this order block area. And then we were saying that we wanted to see a reaction from the price. So if the price was consolidating, then most likely the price will continue to go back up. But if we got a bearish reaction from this level, then I would have expected the price to break down and take out this low. So as you can see, the price broke strongly through our level, and now it's close to this zone here, which suggests that the price can be making a higher high pretty soon. But for that to happen, we need a bit of confirmation here. We need a consolidation and then one more push towards the upside. For dollar yen, as you can see, we're expecting two bullish scenarios here. One was that the price will continue to push back up in a messy manner and continue to make higher highs, which happened. The price moved 120 pips towards the upside, and the second one was a pullback towards the trend line and then a continuation towards the upside. So as you can see, we got the first scenario, and now the second scenario is developing as we speak. So we expect here the price to continue towards this trend line, and I'm expecting a reaction here to see if we'll go back up from here or if the price will decide to make a deeper consolidation and then one more drop. So this is very important here. If we break the trend line and get a consolidation, then this means that we might drop one more time. The DXY also is low, so there is a strong chance that this might happen. So keep in mind these two scenarios. Very important to watch the reaction from the trend line here, guys, because this will tell you the next potential move. Australian dollar versus the US dollar, we were expecting last week the price to consolidate here and then push back up. So as you can see, the price moved 100 pips in our direction. And in the coming week, I'm expecting here a small consolidation and continuation towards the upside, taking out this top. New Zealand USD, we expected this here to be an ending structure. As I was saying last week, this price channel that we had, I was expecting the price to bounce back up and down inside this level, and we're expecting at some point a breakout towards the upside, followed by a consolidation, and then another push up. So as you can see, our analysis was spot on. We have here this order block level, so I'm expecting the price here to make a consolidation and then push back up, reach this level, and then we'll see what happens next. Dollar CAD, this was a good trade for us last week as well. So we had this order block here that we targeted, and we were saying that we expect a reaction from this level to push back up and break the top. As you can see from this arrow here on the screen, this is from the previous forecast. And if you want to check out our previous analysis, head over in the link in the video description below. And if you have any other requests for any other instruments that you'd like us to cover, head over in the comment section below, leave us your pair, and we'll add it to our watch list. So like I was saying last week, I was expecting the price to break this top here with a reaction from this order block, and as you can see, the price moved 100 pips towards the upside and then started to drop. And as things stand, I'm expecting here the price to make a consolidation again and then push back up. So I'm expecting here the price to give us a consolidation and then push back down one more time. This is the first scenario. It's very important to watch the price action here. And the second one is that if the price will push back up, take out this level here, create a minor chalk, then I'm expecting the price to give us a consolidation and another push towards the upside. So keep in mind these two scenarios here for USDCAD. It's pretty important to take them both into consideration because the price moved a lot, so we have to wait and be pretty patient because we don't have that many info on the chart to suggest a certain direction. So we have to be a bit patient in the coming week to see how things will develop, and that's why it's very important right now to take into consideration every scenario and every candle that we might get. Dollar Swiss franc, our analysis was spot on last week. We're expecting a move up, and as you can see, the price moved here 75 pips, and now the price is consolidating, is pushing back down after this breakout. We got a chalk here, so we have to be pretty careful because this might be a bull trap. So first scenario is that if the price will give you a correction here, if the price will range, then most likely it will drop again. And the second one is that at some point this correction has to stop. We have here this core zone from the previous consolidation. This was the previous consolidation that we had on USDCHF, and we have to wait for a reaction from this level, and if we get a bullish reaction, then the price will continue to push back up. For pound yen, last week we were expecting two bullish scenarios, one of which unfolded. This one here, the first one was that I was expecting the price at the time we did the analysis to push back up in a messy manner, and as you can see, the price moved almost 300 pips towards the upside here. And the second scenario was a deeper pullback, which I would have loved to see towards this trend line, and then a bullish reaction towards the upside. This was the perfect setup that we would have wanted to see, but we got the first scenario correct. So now we have to see here if the price will decide to correct and push back up, or if it will continue in a messy fashion. At some point this here has to drop, so pay close attention to the price action because the momentum is slowly dying out. I'm not saying that this will drop from here, but there's a chance. So at this moment in time, if you ask me if I want to buy this, I would say no, because it's pretty risky. The price could continue like this and then make a sharp drop before resuming the uptrend. We need this consolidation pretty bad here, so I would suggest that you guys would wait for it before deciding to go into any trades. Okay, for gold last week we're expecting the price here to reach this POI area that we have highlighted, and I'm saying that we should wait for a reaction to see if we get a drop or if the price will continue to push back up. So as you can see, we got more than 400 pips on our side towards this level. The price reached this level and then made a consolidation, a sideways move, which was a good indication that the momentum will continue towards the upside. So as things stand here, I'm expecting the price in the coming week to give you a consolidation and then make one more push towards the upside. We also have this fair value gap level here that we just tagged, so we might get a consolidation before reaching out for the 50% of this imbalance. Okay, for silver last week we're expecting the price to finish this consolidation towards this fair value gap level and this trend line and then drop to create a new lower low, but as you can see, the price broke out of the trend line in a strong manner, gave us a range here. This again was a good indication that the trend will continue towards the upside. So now I'm expecting here another consolidation and one more push up, having the potential to take out this top. For oil last week we were expecting the price to continue towards the upside, but I was expecting here a deeper pullback towards this level to collect some liquidity before pushing back up, but as you can see, the price went up without giving us any setup. So the way things are looking right now, I'm expecting as well the price to make a deeper consolidation, then push back up. But in case this doesn't happen, I won't advise you guys to trade it because you don't have a setup if that happens. So we have to be patient here. Even if the price goes goes up to wait for a pullback before going towards the upside again, before resuming the uptrend. And this one here is pretty important to wait for it and to have patience, because like I was saying, similar to pound yen, this could eventually drop, take you out if you try to buy it from here, and then you'll lose your trade and also lose the second potential trade towards the upside. So wait for the price to correct, watch this level for a potential target and a reaction as well, and if that happens, then the price will continue towards the upside. Natural gas, we were expecting last week the price to consolidate towards the confluence between the trend line and this resistance level, and as you can see here, the price continued to drop slow and steady. This is typical for natural gas, and when that happens, I would advise you guys to stay away from the chart. I want to see here a consolidation towards the trend line, but this might not happen and the price will continue to push back down, so I would suggest you guys to stay away from this pair in the coming week until we have some more info on the chart. S&P 500, we are expecting the bullish momentum to continue, and as you can see, the price pushed back up. We're expecting a bit of a deeper consolidation here towards this trend line before this move up. So as you can see, the price here only created a small correction, a small flag, and then pushed back up, creating a new higher high. Okay, so in the coming week, I'm expecting here again a consolidation, maybe one towards the trend line, and I will not buy it from here. I'll wait for a deeper pullback, at least towards this trend line, and then I'm gonna be looking for a reaction towards the upside. Okay, NASDAQ, we're expecting last week the price here to make a consolidation and then drop before resuming the uptrend, and as you can see, the price continued its way up without breaking this level here as we expected, and now I can see here price making a consolidation and one more push towards the upside. For Bitcoin, last week we're expecting the price here to finish this consolidation and then push back down. If you remember, I was saying that the price will eventually drop again, taking out this low, creating a new lower low. And as you can see, we moved more than 1000 pips towards the downside. And now the way things are looking here, we have to be pretty careful because we don't know yet what's going to happen. The price could continue to go down. If you go on the daily time frame, you can see that this is an impulse because of the strength of the move and also the short time that it took to develop. And now this here is basically a correction because it's taking a lot of time to develop and the price isn't moving that much percentage wise compared to the previous impulse. So now we have to be pretty careful here to see if we get a reaction towards the upside, because we have this liquidity level here which we just tagged. So very important to wait for a reaction, and for that you have to go to the lower time frames. And for me, to be on the safe side, I would like to see the price taking out this stop here, creating a change of character, and then giving us a pullback. If that happens, this is the perfect buy setup that we can pray to get. So keep an eye out on this possibility, but be aware that there's also a strong chance that this will continue down because we don't have any divergence on the MACD. The trend is pretty strong towards the downside. As you can see, we are making sharp waves down with small corrections. So this is a good indication that the price can drop again and continue the downtrend. But for now, let's wait and see if we get a reaction from here. Of course, the price could pull back deeper, as I was saying, to watch that level on the daily time frame. It could go past that level and collect even more liquidity because the impulse was pretty strong here, so there's loads of liquidity left behind. So like I was saying, this could also create here consolidation and then push back down before moving back up. Okay, so keep in mind these two scenarios. We are not prepared to buy it or sell it at the moment. We are just sitting on the fence and observing the price action, and that's what you should do as well. For Ethereum, last week, similar to Bitcoin, we were expecting this to be a consolidation and then drop to take out this low, and as you can see, the price dropped 700 pips. We had an area of equal highs here which is still valid, but maybe in the medium to long term to be looked at, because the price at some point has to come here to collect the liquidity. So now I'm expecting here Ethereum to consolidate at least and then maybe drop one more time. We don't have any divergence on the MACD, so we have to wait for a cross. This impulse here is pretty strong, so we might get a deeper consolidation towards these levels here. So this area here is the next reaction area that I'm expecting to see what the price will do next. So keep an eye out on this possibility. And if you want to wait for a bullish scenario, I think you have a long road ahead at the moment, because we have to break this level first here and then decide if we get a pullback to get into a buy setup. But that will take some time to develop, maybe a few weeks if the price wants to go back up. So as things stand, we have to be pretty patient here and wait for this consolidation at least, and see if we get one more drop. I don't advise you guys to trade it because the momentum is pretty strong here, so we might see some anomalies here. So that's why it's very important to have your levels on the chart and wait for the price to reach those levels and watch the price action at those areas that we highlight every time for you guys. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. I wish all of you a happy trading week ahead. Don't forget to trade with care, and see you guys on the next one.